going on? We are here for the 6:30 p.m. squad, the second day of the USBC Masters, and I want to talk a little bit about equipment. Got a lot of balls in here. Thankfully, there's a ton of space. I mean, we could hold another couple hundred bowlers in this paddock, which is awesome. All right, so equipment. The ball we got to work really well yesterday was this pin down RST. Now this is a lower flaring layout, and when I throw it and I pinch it left, it does like a little bit of a skid rollout, and it doesn't like overdo it. And then if I keep it slow enough, I can actually get it to get out a little bit and come back. Make sure sewing up ball speed. But when this thing starts becoming too strong of a bowling ball, and game 3 yesterday, I hit that, had 178, and I had the left lane where I was basically missing the head pin to the right, and then the right lane I was getting it to hook too much. Whenever I see that, this ball's a little bit too strong. Now, what do I go to? I tried yesterday this pin down physics blackout. I don't like that option, because whenever this ball gets to be too slow, this one isn't weak enough. So I really want like a couple of like pin up symmetrical options. I have this Rockstar. For some reason it's creating quite a bit of shape for me. So there's a little bit of skid, and then like it's fairly angular. I have this pin down Origin that is just basically a step down, weaker asymmetric ball. However, the pin down wasn't flaring a whole lot, and it had a little bit of too much skid for me if I just want to gap this thing. So I brought in a pin up one, and this is the one I threw at the Bradley, and it still has the lines in it from the 120 grit we used. I've worked on it a little bit, but it still has those lines, and it's a pin up Origin. And then I also saw quite a bit of skid the last game with this pin down Optimidal Pearl. So I feel like I probably could have used a little bit more flair in that regard. I shot 240, however, I got all the light hits, and I can't count on that happening. So I brought in another Optimidal Pearl. Pin up. So I think instead of when this ball gets too slow, I'm gonna go up to the pin up versions of these balls instead of the pin down, and see where that takes me. The Zen 25 just a little bit too clean. The IQ AI and the Road Warrior a little bit too clean. I really am interested in this Optimidal, except this ball flares a ton. I mean, this thing goes like all the way around the other side of the ball from me to flare, so I just got to be careful with it. But this is the kind of shape I'm looking for, the hook stop symmetric, when this really strong asim ball starts to make me feel like I got to get too far left, or it's just being too strong of a ball. I got some phase 2s as well, pin down and a pin up. By the time I get to a phase 2, I'll probably want the pin up version. We'll see if, like, it's kind of a matter, do I want a cleaner cover, or do I still need something that's gonna like pick up? And that's kind of what we're thinking. We're not married to this. We both good with it the first couple yesterday, but I'm assuming the fronts are gonna hook a little bit more, and there's just some bad pairs out there that can give you false reads. So I gotta be prepared to go to something probably a little bit smoother, like this idle, and maybe another ball. I brought a pin up physics blackout, but I don't know. See, and then if all things get crazy, I got this IQ Tour that I can just whip out. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna try this RST again. I'm gonna throw these pin down ones, the Optimidal Pearl and the Origin, just to see. But I got these on backup, just some balls that have a little bit more flair. Rockstar. That's what we got.
I like it. I'm taking notes.
Taking notes.
Yep. I like it. What I've got so far is Brad's taken 21 balls out to the lanes.
You weren't supposed to notice that. We have rules here, you know. We have rules. All right, well, we're getting ready. C squad. Let's get it. C squad tonight, B squad tomorrow. We have the burn tomorrow.
Time to bowl.
Time to bowl.
Alright, well, by popular demand, we finally have the Brad and Kyle jerseys. Link in the description. They're finally up, available. We've had a lot of people asking about them. Got my jerseys, got Brad jerseys up there. Got the beautiful rubber ducky jersey. So, if you're one of those people that are interested in getting a jersey, click the link in the description. I need the old bubbles. That's what they call it. They call it the bubbles jersey. We need bubbles to give me some X's today and some slashes. No dashes. That's all I got. Go get the jersey. Tonight they're hooking significantly earlier. So again, playing way different. Last game had 180, 187, which is actually a good game considering it could have been a lot worse. Threw the back 3. First one to nice, 2 and 10. Switched to a rock star and 3 good shots. That game easily could have been like 150, 160. So I'm really happy with the 187. I gotta do some adjusting because they're just not the same as they were. This game, first shot, big forward, I threw it great. It actually went out, shaped, and went through the face for a big four, which you don't see. Most big fours are like, you're yanking them. So it shaped too much. Weird. So, we gotta settle down. A couple big ones. We're in a good spot. But yeah, we're throwing the rock star, but I have the feeling I may need to like go to something cleaner. So we'll see. Never a good sign.
All right, here we are. We're after 3 games. We bowled a 584. You know, we've hit some tough pairs. We knew it was going to happen yesterday. We hit some pretty good ones where you could just tell when you watch people on your pair, they throw a shot and the ball just, it hooks before it slides and it kind of just hooks into the pocket. It just seems kind of easy, and then there's times where you throw a shot and the ball just slides forever, or like overhooks so much that then it slides forever. So that's where we're getting a little bit, but a lot of times, you know, it's a little bit of you as well. It's a combination. It's your consistency. Maybe the lanes are definitely playing different. They're touchier, much touchier. You're kind of fighting which ball to throw because the RST is just a little too strong. Then I go to some metric stuff. I don't know, kind of in between. I'm wrapping a lot of 10 pins. That's what I've been doing all year. I'm wrapping like 2 or 3 a game, and then when I try and make an adjustment, I split. So that tells me I'm not executing as well, but I'm also learning what I need to learn. That's really what it is. So, but we have 2 games left, and I really, you know, I just need a couple good numbers, and I'm confident I can bowl some good games. So, even though things aren't going well for me, I just gotta throw the best shots I can. These last 2 games, I gotta stay in that rhythm. If I get out of the rhythm, then I have no chance. If I stay in the rhythm, I can get some off hits and maybe shoot a 220 or a 230, or even backdoor my way to some really good ball reaction. But I've thrown a lot of different balls tonight, and that's good because I'm just learning what works, what doesn't, what can I vibe with. The fronts are so much trickier, and this is probably the trickiest they're going to get. It wants to come offline so quickly. So we're doing good things. We're not scoring great, but we're doing what we need to do. We're learning what we need to learn, and we're going to keep getting better every day. Even though the score's not better, we're getting better. I've been waiting for the advice. Where you been?
You don't want my advice.
Where's Timmy G? I could get some good advice from Timmy G right now, but you're never around. But here you are. What should I do? What have you been doing?
You don't want to know what I've been doing.
So no good.
Yeah. You did yesterday.
All right, well tell me what not to do. That works too.
Don't miss right.
Don't do what you did.
Don't do what I did. Miss right.
That's right, dude. That's all I've been doing. All right, so we got 8 frames left, and this is one of those tournaments where, yeah, nothing's going right. Yeah, today hasn't been my best. Yeah, literally whatever else there is. But the scores are low, you know, so 1-250, 1-260, that's huge. So just because the first 4 games have went poorly doesn't mean we can't have a good game this game. So we are 148 over, 35 under today, which is, probably got 60 pins just in mismakeables. So as bad as everything else has been, just the spares alone has cost me a lot of pins. So a couple of them were just chops and bullcrap, but I missed a bucket and something else. So I really want to do good this game. I want to put together my best shots. I don't care about my score. I don't care about my score getting out of here. I just want to put my best shots together this game like I need it, like it matters. So here we are. I got spare strike. Seems like a decent pair. I mean, I feel like there's a little tube there. Okay, so if I get in that little tube, it should just go on. Now, if I get it to the tube quickly, it might labor. If I overhit it, it might roll out. I'd rather overhit it than miss long, but they're just not as hard as what I'm making them out to be. So we're gonna start with a turkey. One a turkey. These next 2 strikes, and then we'll work on the next turkey. We're gonna end this thing good. That is the end of the old C squad. I got my man Mike Liora. Is that how you say your last name?
Loera.
Loera.
Yeah.
From California, right?
Yep.
What
Yes,
part
sir.
again?
Coachella, Palm Springs area.
Palm Springs area.
Way nicer than KC Mo.
Have you ever been to Coachella? Like the event
No, I haven't.
in the desert?
We hear it from our house though. We're that close.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love golf, and Palm Springs has a lot of great golf. So
Oh, yeah, it
I'll
does.
have to visit you sometime.
Maybe.
We'll have to hang. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, well, if you
Maybe if you win this tournament.
Yeah. If you decide to come out to Fantasy Lanes, I work in the pro shop there.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, let's just do a clinic there. Do you guys like clinics there? Maybe not.
We're owned by the
Alright.
casino, so we're very.
All right, how about this? I'll show up and I'll film a video. I have to stay in the bowling center until I bowl a 300 in your center. Is it an easy center or a hard
No,
center?
it's a hard center. It's
So I
hard
could be
center.
there for a few days? All right, maybe not. Maybe
Probably.
not. All right, well, that was very hard. They were much harder than the first squad we were on, the A squad. By harder, I mean it just your ball. It either goes too far down there on a shot that you thought was pretty good,
Or it just hooks at your feet. It just hooks at your feet, man.
Why?
I know.
Why hook too much and then you move and not hook enough? Like it just.
Like we're bowling on this carpet right here.
Yeah, and then the next shot, you're bowling on a lane that's downhill, and it's just at the hardest surface ever. It just slides forever. So then you try a different ball, and you might get close. You might ring a 10. You might ring 9, 10 pins. And then you try a different ball, split, and then you try, well, a 10 pin, maybe I can work with that, and then you're 4 pin and try, and then you get to tricking it, and then that's when I get in trouble. Just read the comments of our videos. That's when I get into trouble, is when I'm tricking it. So
He'll tell you.
I tried not to trick it, but I don't want to ring, I don't love my ring 10.
I would love to just stay in the pocket all day and just 10 pin, flag 10, flag 7, whatever, than whatever I've been doing this whole week. I've been just, like you said, the ball would just sail. I would miss the head pin a lot today. After shots that would go through the face, I would make just a small move, and the ball would never hook.
Yeah, and that honestly, generally when I'm in that situation, which I was tonight, I'm overthrowing it. I'm like putting too much into it to where the shots that are a little long, they're way long.
Yeah.
And then since you're overthrowing it and you back off of it enough to try and get it to read, well then it's easy to elbow it.
Yeah.
When that's my problem. So, but whenever you dumb it down and you dial it down and you get this nice smooth, it's just easy, way easy. There's more time for your elbow to do this. And you need it to hook. So you definitely don't want to do this and miss it to the right. Exactly. If anything, you want to at least get it to hook because they're so tight down lane, and there's this very fine line. If you have the right ball, it gives you some stuff. If you don't have the right ball, then you're literally trying to fit it in this window that just doesn't work. So that played much harder than our first A squad. But hey, it's all about learning, right? I mean, literally,
Absolutely.
As long as you're out here bowling games, you don't get worse. You might score a bad score, but you learn. You go through balls, you do this, you learn what doesn't work, you talk to other players, what worked for them, blah, blah, blah. Hey, as long as you're in that mode, you can't complain. We didn't kill ourselves tonight, so I wanted to be better tonight than the first squad, and I wasn't, but hey.
I'm really proud of how you're bowling, dude. Honestly,
Me?
dude, it's so awesome to see you bowling good.
Well, I averaged
love it.
190 tonight.
Well, hey, that's still, to me, that's really good. That's really dang good.
But no, it is better. The first 5 games were definitely really good, and then my last event at the World Series was pretty good too. So,
Hopefully,
it's like this. Just get me in a match play. Oh, there he is.
C squad starts tomorrow in the morning.
In the morning,
Hopefully,
which is the Rev Rate squad. So we follow the Rev Rate squad.
Hopefully, they break it down right.
Gotta follow
for us.
EJ and Belmo and Simo and Prather and all these guys that they don't got no rev rate.
So they
what are
might
you talking
chop
about?
them up, but hey, I'll take a chopped up lane. Bowling on a downhill, what seemed like a 60-foot pattern, I'll take them chopped up. So, all right, that's it. Make sure you go to bradandkyle.com and look at our jerseys. Get our jerseys. Get the rubber ducky jersey. Right there. So we're gonna put that giveaway link. We're still giving away 3 balls at the end of the week. That's gonna be in the description. If you want to enter a free giveaway, a chance at 3 balls Sunday at 3 p.m., click that link and enter. Okay? We love you. Mike loves you. Kyle loves you.
Love you.
Average 200 tomorrow. Kyle can average 200, but if I can average 200 tomorrow, I'm in. I'm trying to. I know.
That's all we gotta do.
That's all we got to do is average 200. It seems pretty easy.
Just throw the ball I'm gonna do it with.
Which ball? Which ball?
IQ Tour AI.
Oh, green ball. He don't know what it is.
Is that the mix of the...
Something to just born with,
That's it. All right, well, that is it for us. The IQ
We gotta
AI.
sleep, please.
It's time for dinner and some sleep.
Time for dinner
Bedtime.
and some golf in Palm Springs. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you.